Buddy. Well, Chantel sure has been keeping us busy with live streams, right? Um, so I've noticed a pattern over the last couple of weeks that, she's keeps saying he's gonna come to Thailand, right? And that doesn't seem to be the case. Like, she seems to be the only one who believes that's going to happen. And then she tries to get him in a drama fight with her ex lover, Nodder. And then she gets mad at Jordy for bringing up a retro react that has Nodder dancing in it after she said that Salah was a better dancer, right? So she's also increased this shit content. And when I say that, I mean that quite literally. That she wants us all to see her shatter self over and over again, right? Before she supposedly got sick, after she's gotten sick. She did a live stream this morning, did not cough, sneeze, or clear her throat once, but says that she is still too ill to go out and do anything. They have been communicating very hostily to each other in public. I don't know what they do in private. It might be even worse. But in public, he's saying things like waddle waddle, you're a freak of nature, um, we're gonna have the gym arc for season 4, and she's obviously very defiant and resistant to these ideas, to the point, he's always trying to get her to, not always, like, he's a beta. Let's be real, he's a beta male. The word, Chantel, that you were looking for before that you couldn't bring to your tongue was alpha. And the reality is that you can't even say it. You can't even get that lie out that he's an alpha. He's not. And everybody knows it. He is a beta. It's pretty early in the morning for trolls, you guys. Hey, Tatuk. How are you this morning? So anyway, this whole mukbang of popcorn eating that she did, um, saying that she woke up at 6 p.m. Then she changed her story and said she woke up at 1 p.m. and she hadn't eaten all day. That's how the girls always do. It's every day this is my first meal for the day. Nobody believes you. Not one bit. You did not wait 5 hours to eat, period. So she's downing 2 family size popcorn bags while high as balls again, you know? And I think that she's doing it to snub her nose to Salah. I think that we're like the children caught up in the other room while the parents are fighting, and not that they're the really parents. They're obviously much more immature than the rest of us, but they are a couple fighting Good night. Best wishes to us. Stay healthy, Mom. Good luck. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say to Tuck. I hope I'm saying your name right. Um, you take care as well. But I think that they're so immature that they don't even know how to hide that they're fighting. And so that's how it's manifesting, is that he's dropping really inappropriate comments in her chat, insulting her, and she is going live with, well, watch me eat 2 bags of popcorn. You think I'm going to go to the gym? Better think twice of that. So I don't know how much longer this relationship is going to last, because they are both incredibly hostile to each other. And she's calling it banter because she watched Jordy's live stream and saw that, I don't know, I don't watch football, Arnell. Sorry, I couldn't tell you. I don't watch football. I don't think they are capable of containing their emotions around their animosity towards each other. And as such, it, it's on display for all of us, right? That we have to endure this as part of her behavior and content. Like I said, she was not coughing, she was not sneezing, she was not clearing her throat. She is perfectly capable of getting out of that hotel room and doing things. So while she knows she is pissing off her audience by doing these things, I think it's far more directed at Salah at this point, because he's the one who's saying he's setting up a gym. He had asked her in her chat, have you gone down to the gym in the hotel? Right? He's trying to put some pressure on her, but he's also put pressure on her in inappropriate ways, like um, keep streaming. You've only streamed for an hour. You got to go for at least 2 hours, right? Okay, Salah. This is her occupation as a self employed person. Who the hell do you think you are telling her what to do about it? Like, stay out of it. You're lucky to be a part of this situation and have income flowing in, because we know that you're not providing shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making up lies about going to Spain and having a work emergency for a perfume company that kept you from going to Thailand. Like, that's bullshit. Absolute bullshit, you guys. So, I don't know what to, I don't know how she can possibly think that anybody would be jealous of her life or her travels. Every time she travels somewhere, she's absolutely miserable. And it seems like we are coming very close to there being a rage um, real soon. Because they're openly fighting. Him in the chat and her on her feed. Did you see me, babe? I'm eating all this popcorn. Did you see me, babe? Yeah, I'm sure he was really thrilled. He's trying to build you a gym at home. And I saw the post by the new girl on the block, Fat LOL Cow, PHAT LOL Cow. I think that she could have phrased it a little bit better. Rather than say conspiracy theories, she could have said, what if, what if Salah is not actually putting a home gym together and he's just making excuses for why he's packing all her stuff up in boxes? That's a possibility. I mean, it's a speculation, it's a possibility. I wouldn't throw it out there like it's a conspiracy theory because he's the only one involved. Conspiracies generally have more than one person, you know? I think that there is some general animosity between the two of them, and we're seeing it in every single stream at this point. If he can't control himself, he should not go in the chat at all. I don't think that she wanted anyone to know that her time limit in Thailand was going to be 90 days, but he went ahead and put that in there in the chat when she was being very vague about it. So if she wanted to keep that private and he just dumped it in the chat, how do you think that made her feel? You know? Because she, for the entire trip, has been very vague about the return date and has said that she doesn't want to give anybody a time frame because she's afraid the paparazzi is going to show up at the airports and try and get pictures of her or some such bullshit, right? So, um, clearly they have different objectives here. And he is unconcerned with her feelings in that regard. Now, I understand as a spouse that you would want to help her get healthier, lose weight, make sure she's taking her medicine appropriately and not abusing it, not high as balls all the time, right? Especially if she's supposed to be a modest Muslim at this point. I feel like there's a rager coming up, you guys. How's everybody doing this morning? I did see one video on Eugenia, and I saw a thumbnail for another one. One was just basically how she's Jeffrey's lapdog and was afraid to text him when her chat was telling her that he wanted her to text him. She's smarter than that. She should have known that if he wanted to communicate with her, he would have texted her. But she's like, I don't want to bother my friends, you know? Are you sure he really said that? Obviously, no, Eugenia. But it's so easy for people to troll her because she is that gullible, you know? The thumbnail I saw, but I haven't watched the video yet, was something about her having dandruff. And I haven't watched it, but I've been saying for quite a while now that I think she uses dry shampoo because her hair is so long that it would be very difficult for her to actually wash it by herself. Um, so I think that she only washes it when she goes to the salon. And she probably uses a dry shampoo in between visits. That's my guess. That's my speculation on that. Amber Lynn is apparently already in Wisconsin and has been for probably over a week visiting. Cool. Well, but I'm not totally caught up on all that because her stuff, she does the absolute bare minimum for her channel. She produces like 8 minute, 9 minute videos, gives as little as possible, and then doesn't post anything else for like a week later. So, and her content is so boring, really boring. But I certainly do hope that Emily is smart enough to keep her away from her daughter because Amberlyn has no business being around children, period. She really doesn't. Anyhow, it's not going to be a long live stream this morning. I got to check up on Jordy's channel and see what he's been following. There are certain characters in this universe that I don't really pay a lot of mind to, or almost nothing. The Duggarty woman, not interested in that bullshit. And Nal and the King Cobra guy, I I'm afraid that they're gonna get in like a full on drunk brawl, punch throwing blows at each other at some point. So I've seen very little of that as well. I know that he's been trying to break up with her for a while now, and she actually flew out to Casper, Wyoming, kind of forced herself into his house, and won't leave him alone. She won't leave him alone because it's not stalking, because I love you, Joshy. Right? How scary is that? Can you imagine if you're trying to get out of a relationship and they just won't leave you alone? I had to finally tell my ex, don't call me ever again, because he kept calling me at 2 in the morning. And I'm like, look, if you want to be my friend, at least be respectful. Like, call me during business hours or something, but don't try and wake me up in the middle of the night after you're coming home from a bar. Not interested. Oh my God, even. Anywho, I don't know what she's thinking with these latest live streams. I don't know why she wants to, Chantel, that is, why she wants to show off that she's eating gummies. Because she lifted him up in that 7 hour live stream and said, I'm going to have some candy. You think we can't tell what you're doing based on your behavior? It's so gross. You know? It's really gross to watch. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go inside and make an omelet and probably take a nap because I've been up since 4. I went to bed pretty early last night. I fell asleep basically right after I watched Survivor on the DVR recording. Oh, speaking of, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So the first person who got voted out is, his name was John. and he is a host of POD Save America. He's one of the guys that is on that talk show. It's a political talk show if you're not following it. I've been following it for a couple of years at least, or however long. And I didn't recognize him. I didn't know he was a Survivor fan. I had no idea that this is something he wanted to do. You know, my hair keeps poking at me. My hair is poking at me. My mom stopped over earlier, and so I might be able to do a live stream at some point because I asked her if she would do this with me because the portions are so large that there's no way I can eat through all of this stuff. But there are 3 items on the menu of a Chinese restaurant around here that I really would like to try. Maybe not all in one sitting, but at some point I'd like to try them. One is jellyfish. The other is abalone, which my mom said she's had and it's very good. So, okay. And the third thing was soft shell turtle. So, I'd really like to check these things out and see what they taste like. For real. But I know I can't eat it all by myself. So, and um, I mean, I can take leftovers home, but I think 2 of those dishes, I think abalone and jellyfish are both fish, so they're not going to keep very well if I bring it home with me. Might be able to keep it for like 24 hours in the fridge or something. Ah, the old legs. I gotta recross them every once in a while, shift my hips. We've been having more coastal eddies here in Southern California. It is starting to get into more like fall like weather, but I don't know if we're gonna have another heat wave roll through at some point. Who knows? Anyhow, that is my quick live for Thursday. I'll have to check on Jordy's channel and see what he's done lately. I hope you all have a great day. Please like this live stream and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back either later today or tomorrow. Take care.